Welcome. Today I'm going to show you the basics of combat with a lightsaber in movie duels or Jedi Academy. This will be using the standard JKA style, so I'm sorry if you came here looking for the movie duels or movie duels advanced style, I cannot help you. But without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so to start, we're going to turn on the HUD, and I'm going to show you first the basic styles. There are other ones, but they're less important right now. You can also notice that when I click to change the style in the bottom right, you can see medium, heavy, and light, that your person's arms change. This isn't just cosmetic, and I'll explain it later. But anyway, medium style is for sort of heavy, kind of heavy, but kind of fast. It's the middle ground. It is the best middle ground, and I think personally it is the best style. The heavy style, which is used for big, long swings, very good for dealing lots of damage and catching opponents that are, a distance away. And then you got light style, which is for all those prequel sort of things. Now, the basics of swinging your lightsaber in the direction you want, it corresponds with which way you're moving. It doesn't matter how much you swing, you will always swing in the same direction. You can also kind of tell this with audio cues. Essentially, forward and back do slashes down like that. Left, right, up right, back left, and back right. All of them are the exact same for every style, they just execute them differently. For example, heavy style, right is a really long overarching swing. Right is the same thing. But some of them are less good than others, like that. Goes way high, and that one right there, that sort of huge swing, that's not very useful because you're not going to be hitting the opponent a lot. And I'll explain why in a bit. But one thing for certain is that the lightsaber is not just a tool for attack. As many Jedi have said in the past, it is a means of defense and attack. So, in order to show this off, I'm going to be putting down a Vader. That one's already dead. Don't mind him. But if I put a Vader here, don't mind him, he's still there. Oh. I don't know how that happened. But anyway, Darth Vader is using medium style right now. Most of the characters in movie duels generally have these same styles, but they just hold their lightsabers differently. From our character, Vader's holding his own kind of like that. Now, essentially, the basics of lightsaber combat include as follows. If you have your lightsaber just standing, you're not attacking, or you're not in any vulnerable state, like being force choked or on your back. You will essentially be what I'll refer to as defense mode. See? That would have done damage, but he completely blocked it with his lightsaber and resulted in a saber lock, which Vader is really good at because of those mechanical arms of his. You can see that when I directly went for a swing of the lightsaber, I kind of recoiled and slowed down a little bit, which is bad. You do not want to do that, because that means that if the enemy is faster than you or using a style like this, then they can just cleave you to pieces if they're really quick about it. So you don't want to do that. What you want to do is go for sort of underhand swings like that. Of course, Vader, he's pretty good, so you're going to have to watch out for that. A particular style that's good against Vader would be heavy style, but only if he's at a distance. If he's close, he can totally annihilate you because of how quick he can be. Heavy style is best known for blowing through your enemy. For example, if I just swing, I went right through his defenses. Even if I do an overhand swing, if I can actually hit it, I went right through. You can tell when it's a successful hit or when it's not contact to the lightsaber when sparks arise. Like if I do a big swing, you see there are sparks as opposed to the white flash when you contact another lightsaber. Light style is particularly good if you want to keep someone at bay when they're close range. Because unlike the other styles, you can continue to swing this for as long as possible. With other styles, you can literally just do that forever if you're good enough. With other styles, you can generally only swing a couple times before you have to stop for a bit. That's just how it is. But with Lightsaber, you can keep going that forever. You do like some Duel of Fates, like Battle of the Heroes type thing. But anyway. So yeah, what you want to go for is attacks where you go through the lightsaber. Like, swing so that you miss their lightsaber. This can be advantageous or not, because if you're going for that, then they can also easily contact your lightsaber as well and block you. Now, I mentioned defense mode. Defense mode is where you just have your lightsaber up. Attack mode does have an air of defense about it. If you are swinging and the other person is swinging, they can also block it, like just there. His lightsaber is down, but you can still block it. Also, while it might be advantageous to go for parts that are, like, showing, sometimes it's better to go around or try to trip them up or do something with the Force, because you got tons of Force powers, which I will mention, which I will talk about in a later video. But, to close this off, after we've explained now the basics and everything, also, if you press left attack and right, and if you press main attack and alt attack at the same time, you do a little kata, which is that, and it's unblockable. It's rarely useful. This one's really good because you can move freely while doing it, but the other ones aren't because you can't. Now, to show off the final thing, we're going to show off the best uses for each of them. You want to use your medium style most of the time. It's generally a good idea to just, you know, keep him at bay with that, and, you know, you don't want to do what I'm doing. If you want to look flashy, you can go for the lightsaber, but it's best to, like, angle your mouse down and then swing so that you are, like, swinging downward and close to their feet. Guys like Vader are tall, and they also have a very solid stance. If you want to go for the legs, it might be your only chance of stopping him. Next, heavy style, which is particularly good at keeping foes at bay. The best strategy about this, that's alright, you know, that's kind of good. The two moves that you want to use are downward strike, because that does a crap ton of damage, and you can just, if you kind of angle your lightsaber up so that it stays in their body, as he's swinging until you stop, it deals damage. All lightsabers are like that. Heavy style is best because the fact that it takes so long to swing, and the fact that the lightsaber is out for a long time, dealing damage. Not a sword. It hurts no matter where you touch it, as long as you're swinging. The best way to do this is, instead of swinging and only hitting him once, a good strategy is to turn yourself so that the lightsaber touches his body the entire time. That will hurt a lot. That will mean that that hitbox, in, you know, fighting game terms, is constantly on his person, on his hurt box, and hurting him all the way. It's a really good way to do it. Same thing with this one. Die. Shut up, Vader. You can't even think. I have NPC freeze on. Quick style is if the person is either weak or if they're in your face. Like, if they're like behind you like this, it's not a bad idea to land a few swings with quick style, because you can get so many swings off. If you, without this twirl, if you do that, hold on, I'm messing up. That's a particular fan favorite in multiplayer servers for Jedi Academy. It's good in movie duels. However, note that in movie duels, the more swings you do, the less damage they will do overall. And that should be about it for basic combat. Excuse me. Next video I'll be talking about force powers and the different applications of such. And I bid you good day. Peace out.
I don't know about you, but I'm ready to get out of here.